Okay, now before I get into the actual scripted part of the video, let me see if I can break the record for the most excuses in 5 seconds. Go. Anyway, all that aside, I'm here now, and we're making the video. I've wanted to make this video for quite a while now because it involves two of the things that I love a lot in life: anime and music. For the better part of a decade, I've wanted to acquire an object. However, with anything that's discontinued or sought after, I waited a bit too long, and the price of this object had skyrocketed. Instead of spending $150, give or take, years ago, whenever I first wanted the object, I had spent quite a lot more in this thing. And this thing is not my water bottle. It's this. The Korg Miku Stomp pedal. Had this pedal in my wish list since about 2016, and I should have bought it then, because then the price of the pedal to get it to the United States was about $150, probably from a seller in the United States who had already acquired the pedal. However, I purchased it in 2023, and it was significantly higher. Now, the prices that you're seeing on what I just showed is not what I paid. I got a really good deal on this, especially since it came with the original box. It came with all of the original paperwork. And from what I can see, it came with the inspection sticker of the original Japanese music store that it came from. If I can find it in there we go. Called Revel? Produced by Ikabe. Sure. Shout out to Bjorn, the person who did sell me the pedal for a very good price. Also, thank you for having the box and everything. And what better time now to make the video now that Miku Expo has been announced in the United States and Canada. Canada too, right? Canada too, I think. North America. God, I'm so ill prepared, which is hilarious because I have this video scripted. Now, I clicked on this video because one, you're curious, because I tried to make the thumbnail as clickbaity as possible. You're a musician like me. You like Hatsune Miku like me, or you like my videos, which I don't get why, but I appreciate you. The video will be split up into 3 separate parts. Part 1 is going to be the weeb shit. This will explain who Hatsune Miku is and a very, very brief history behind Vocaloids and Hatsune Miku specifically. You'll get the music shit. This will explain the ins and outs of the pedal, as it pertains to the actual player. And then third is the dumb shit. You'll know why whenever it shows up. I'll put it in chapters below, so if you want to skip to the either music shit or the weeb shit, or if you want to skip those and go to the dumb shit, you can. But I would really appreciate it if you just watch the entire thing. I put a lot of work into it. But without any more delay, let's dig deeper into the pedal and why it's dumb expensive now. Let's start off with probably the big question some of you may have. Hatsune Miku is the poster child for a wider circle of vocal programs called Vocaloids, a voice synthesizer developed by Krypton Future Media and used in Yamaha's Vocaloid programs. While there are many other voices and many other voice banks, Miku had basically become the mascot for all Vocaloids, and in turn, a massive star. Even though Miku, who the creators defined as an android singer from the future, is a fictional character, her voice is modeled after Saki Fujita, who's known for voicing in Attack on Titan and Danganronpa. Miku was announced in Yamaha's second edition of the Vocaloid software on August 31st, 2007. Within weeks, the Hatsune Miku Vocaloid program had blown up, and by July 2008, had sold over 40,000 units. I was introduced to Vocaloids by a very weird video back in 2011. That was a song using the Sonica Vocaloid. It was literally called Creepy Song. I thought it was the weirdest shit. Not because it was called Creepy Song, but because it was a song that was sung by a vocal program that I'd never heard before. At that point, I didn't have any clue as to who Hatsune Miku was. And I believe the first time I actually fully grasped how popular she was when I saw a live video on YouTube of one of her concerts. Yeah, this computer program performs live. You guys thought the Tupac hologram in 2012 was groundbreaking? A fictional teenager has been doing this since 2009. Now, Miku is a huge name, not only in music and in Japan regionally, but Miku has done a lot of high-tier collaborations, like Korg with Domino's Pizza in Japan, and actually just recently Pokemon. Like, the timing's perfect. Like, why would I not make this video now? Now you have a general idea of the actual scale of popularity of Hatsune Miku, and a better idea of why I paid so much for this pedal. Which brings us to the actual collaboration between Korg and Hatsune Miku, Miku Stomp. As for the music nerds, what does this thing do? So the Miku Stomp is a synthesizer pedal, which turns your guitar into Miku's voice. Duh. This is done by using Yamaha's eVocaloid program that's powered by the NSX1 chip. The pedal is very simple in terms of what it does. It does one thing: one foot, one knob, one cute anime girl. Now, before we start going into sound samples, let me explain some of the nuances about this pedal, because if you don't know them, you're going to have a really bad time. So the pedal is a vocal synth, which means that it can only support one note at a time. If you try and play chords on this thing, you're going to have a bad time. The note range this has is from E0 to E6. Now, another thing you need to know about this pedal before you plug and play, which is what I do, is that there are two little lights at the top here. Obviously, come on, focus. You have the effect light. This will tell you whether or not the pedal is on or off. The other light on the other side of the pedal, right here, is called the peak light. Now, if you see this light come on,
you're gonna have a bad time.
What this does is that the output of your guitar, depending on if you have single coils or humbuckers, is going to vary because humbuckers are hotter output than single coils. If you have a humbucker and you turn the volume all the way up to 10, it's really loud, especially for the girl. She doesn't like it. The guitar output is way too hot. Even with single coils, I found with my Strat, even if you have the volume turned to maybe like 9 or 10, the peak light comes on. She doesn't like it. So what you need to do is you need to play your low E and roll the volume off until you see that peak light turn off. Because if you see it turning on, the note recognition gets all jumbled and it sounds like this. Now that the annoying nuance stuff is done, let's actually look at the knob and the different settings that it has. So Miku has 5 different syllables that you can select from. Lu, la, ah, pa, which is like a staccato type thing, and yan. Yeah, yan, like a meowing cat. You weebs know. Yeah, some sick fuck's gonna love that. The pedal also has 2 random settings if you want more variety instead of just having one syllable. The last voice settings on here are phrase 1, 2, and 3. These are lyric patterns that you could create yourself and basically import into the pedal. Now, I say import and I use it very loosely. The default presets on the pedal are from a traditional Japanese song, I think. I don't think I've ever listened to the song. Live reaction. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. All right, cool. That's enough of that. It came with that song. However, there was an iPhone app that you could only download in Japan. It sucks because I can't really give you a demonstration. I was able to find one on YouTube.
ตอนแรกว่าผมจะเอาเป็นเพลงข้างบนแต่ว่าสะกดยังไม่ค่อยถูกนะครับเพราะว่าไปกดค้างนะครับนับละ
This was a feature that I had no clue existed until I started researching for this video. And all the videos that I'd watched prior to this, Anderton's, all of the other ones, nobody had explained this. Another big thing that I found while researching this that I wanted to mention really quick is that this is such a niche pedal. You would expect no artists to use this on any sort of major recording. If you are a very big fan of Jack White, you've probably heard this pedal being played on one of his songs. Now, for you music nerds, I found a website called Equipboard. This is an insane website for you, especially if you want to try and mimic or get close to a sound on like a certain song or a certain artist. But Equipboard has listings that are available and genres of music that the pedal has been used in, which is insane. It also gives you the artists who have used it. And as you can see, Jack White is the first one that shows up. Yeah, I'm not going to put the song in the video, but I will put a link to the actual song on YouTube in the description below if you want to listen to it. You know it's there. It's not like buried deep in the mix. It is the prominent sound in a section of the song. I was flabbergasted. I was blown away. I was schmeckeldorfed. So, if Jack White, half of the White Stripes, can use the Miku Stomp and make it sound halfway decent, the pedal can be used in more practical settings, right? I should be able to use the Miku Stomp on different recordings and it'll sound good, right? Welcome to the dumb shit.
Bocchi